Okay, I'm going to show you how to tie a General Practitioner. I've had a few people asking for this, saying that they've problems tying it and stuff, so I'm going to show you how I tie it. And this one has no palmer tackle, which is the way I tie it all the time. So it's a size 8 mustad double. Just clamp it into the vise and start your thread in the usual place, just behind the eye. Once you're halfway up the shank or so, you can take the tag end of your thread away. And I like to use flat gold tinsel for the tag so it doesn't kick the tail up too much. So this is just uni, and it's silver on one side and gold on the other, so if you tie it in at your side with the silver facing you, and then when you wind it away from yourself you get the gold showing. Couple or 3 turns and tie it off. Trim away your waist. Now the tail in this can be whatever you want. It's usually bucktail, which I usually use bucktail. You can use fox or squirrel, or what I have here is a hot orange calf tail, so I'm going to use it. It's a really hot orange. So I'm going to remove a pinch of the fibres and pull out any very short hairs. And your tail wants to be probably 1.5 to 2 times the shank. Just compare it to this one here. That's about right. Tie them with a couple of list turns when you're happy. You've got the right length. You can tie it down and trim away your waist. And just take your time and tidy it up as you go. So tidy it down right to the eye. Back up again. At this point, what you want to get is golden pheasant tippet. Size doesn't really matter. I usually pull out one of the medium or slightly bigger ones, so you have that, and then pull the fibres from each side that have very few markings, or the pattern isn't even on them, so you're left with that. Then what I do is, if you put your scissors into the centre, sort of, you get to be able to judge it. So what you want to do is snip away the inside piece like that, so you've got 3 even sections. So one for the tail, one for the middle, and one for your head, because it's tied in 3 sections. So lay your first bit on top of the hook shank and get it positioned. When you're happy with where it is, tie it down. People tend to fuss over these being too neat. Doesn't matter, they're going to be scruffy once they're fished, and scruffier flies catch more fish. So then what you want to do is a golden pheasant red breast feather, and again what you want to do is pull the fibres away from the side to leave yourself a wee tiny stalk to tie it in by. Set it on top and get a few turns round. Just make sure this is more to my side, I'll make sure it's more centred. It doesn't matter if you have a stray fibre here or there, don't worry about it. The fish aren't going to inspect it. The body, or the rib, sorry, is Vivus, and it's small. Vivas, I'm not a fan of the Vivas thread, to be honest, but their tinsel is very, very, very good. Their thread is good, but it's just, I'm used to uni, so it's a lot stronger, the Vivas, but I find it slippy. And what you want to do is, if you can see that under the light, that's the seals fur for the body. You can just use hot orange if you want, or you can mix a wee bit of purple or magenta into it. This is sort of an Irish GP, so dub your thread and get your double started, tie up against the back of the end of the tag, and then what you want to do is wind to just shy of the halfway point. And take your rib up through. Usually I go for 3 turns if you can. Pull it nice and tight because the Vivas tinsel can take it. And trim your tag end and keep that piece of tinsel. What you want to do here is just pull out some of the fibres in your seals fur body. And under the light it really looks well if you've mixed a few colours together. So you've got your magenta and your hot orange. So same again, in your middle section, take one of your sides off the tippet, and what you do is hold it very, very tight and trim it away from that, so you're left with this on it for the head. So hold it nice and tight and take it in your other hand. Make sure you're keeping all the tips lined up. And what I do is lay it down on top of the hook and gently take a turn or two over the top. Once you're happy, you can tighten down and trim away your waist. And then what I like to do is just rub your finger along the back, and that really settles your tippets nice and low down. At this point you want to take a breast feather again, golden pheasant breast feather. Now you can use a natural, or you can use a dyed red or a dyed orange, or I vary them on different flies, so it's good to have a few red or a few dyed orange ones. Same as the tail, there on the centre. Take a few turns round and you're happy. Trim away your waist. And at this point catch in your gold tinsel again, your gold oval. And make sure it's well tied in, your wire. And the same thing, get another pinch of seals fur, whether it's hot orange or mixed, and double onto your thread. And once you get it started, just tighten it up as you go. And leave yourself a bit of room at the head, so not crowd the head too much. Put down a wee layer of thread there, and that gives you something to work on when you're tying off. So what you want to do is take your oval tinsel, wind up the body, probably going to get 2 turns here. Tie your tinsel off underneath or at your side. Once you've a couple or 3 turns, trim away your waist. And Just put another couple of turns in case your bobbin bounces. Same thing, you can rough out the fibres in the silk. So you don't be too fussy about the. At this point, what you can do, and what I usually do, so you can wind a hackle if you want. But what I do is I take a golden breast feather, and pull away the fur or the fluff at the side, so you're left with that. And I just snip the very centre out of it, quite close to the tip. And then what I do is I just catch it in underneath and do an up, pinching it upwards, and that gives you a throat. Just a couple of lift turns and check it for length. If you're happy enough, tighten up. It's only to give you a few fibres for a throat. Or as I say, if you prefer, what you can do then is wind a full hackle if you want. At this point, take your third piece of tippet, and you can keep it on the stalk there, and just line it up evenly on top and tie it in with a list turn. And once you're happy, just lower it down to the back of the it's sitting low enough. Just make sure it's been tied in well, trim away your waist. Now to finish the last piece here at the head, I like to tie in 2 golden breast feathers. Just gives you a better coverage when you're looking onto the fly from the top. So what you want is 2 the same size. Strip away the fluff at the base of the feather, so you're left with that again, and line it up on top so it's nice centred. And don't worry if you have a stray fibre or 2, again we can trim these off. So lay your first one in and get it centred, and then lay your second one directly over it. Get a couple of nice tight turns in, and then just take a second to trim away your waist. So I'm just going to try and get these 2 at one go. So that's it. Just tidy that up, and once you're happy, form a head and whip finish. And what you can do is you can use a plain red thread. You can tie that fly with red or orange, or I just like to finish them off with a glue bright. So this is the, can't remember what number it is, it's like a hot orange or a hot red. So just get it started and a couple of turns down, and once you're happy it's caught, trim away your waist piece, and then what I do is open out my thread, spinning it anti-clockwise. It lays flat and gives you good coverage, so take a 3 turn whip finish and tighten it up, and that's you. A couple of coats of varnish, and that's a Irish General Practitioner. Thanks for watching.